Have you ever wondered what went on behind the scenes of your favorite magical TV show? Today, we're riding the broomstick down memory lane with the Halliwell sisters. From details you missed to co-star fights and replacements, this is everything you need to know. Stick around till the end to find out who was supposed to play Phoebe.
That's very sweet, isn't that? You should probably change us back.
Let's begin with what started it all, the Book of Shadows. It's easy to take them for granted when watching a show at home, but a lot of work goes into making props. And when it comes to beautifully crafted props, the Charmed Ones' Book of Shadows is a genuine work of art. In a featurette about the book, executive producer Brad Kern said that each Halliwell in the family line adds to the ancestral magic of the book. That makes it stronger with each generation. In his words, it's a living, breathing entity. In the same featurette, Rose McGowan, who played Paige, praises the tome's incredible design. She called it just stunning. The prop grew every week, so it really was a living, breathing entity. Artists were brought in to illustrate the latest storyline. According to the show's assistant prop master, the artists would often base the demon characters that didn't have an actor on their own faces. Sometimes they'll draw themselves, he said. That's happened quite a few times. Speaking of familiar faces, did you know the show featured a lot of now famous guest stars? If it's been a while since you last watched Charmed, you might notice some surprisingly familiar faces when rewatching the series. And with 8 seasons spanning from 1998 through 2006, the supernatural drama featured a fair number of actors appearing in minor roles who would become famous. Julian McMahon, who played Phoebe's devilishly handsome half-demon husband, Cole Turner, went on to star as the womanizing plastic surgeon Christian Troy in Nip Tuck. John Cho became famous for his work in the Harold and Kumar movies, after appearing in Charmed as the recently deceased Mark Chow. Even 6-time Oscar nominee Amy Adams had a guest role, playing a whitelighter in the Season 2 episode Murphy's Luck. But that's not all. The show had some famous musicians too. Between all that demon-defying and monster-mincing mayhem, the Halliwell sisters still have to make a living. At least 2 sisters get as much fulfillment from careers as they do from mastering magic. Piper's love for the service industry led to her ownership of the club, formerly known as the Industrial Zone. She renamed it P3 as a sly nod to the sisters' magical abilities from the Power of 3. P3 quickly becomes one of San Francisco's hottest night spots. Piper's skill at booking terrific live music acts keeps her patrons dancing all night long. And over the years, she managed to host quite a few big-name acts. The club's first big live act was an appearance by Dishwalla, a 90s one-hit wonder known for their single, Counting Blue Cars. Other bands with big radio hits around the time include the Goo Goo Dolls and the Donnas. Some of the bigger acts to grace the P3 stage include the Flaming Lips, Paula Cole, and Pat Benatar, to name a few. If you think that's interesting, wait till you get a load of this. Although it's hard to imagine anyone other than Alyssa Milano in the role of Phoebe Halliwell, the part was originally given to Lori Rahm. You might remember her from the 2002 sitcom, The Grubs. Rahm played Phoebe in an unaired pilot episode before being replaced by Milano.
Surprise, found the hide key. Phoebe, welcome home. It's so good to see you.
In an interview, Charmed creator Constance M. Burge revealed that Rahm left the show before it aired. She said, "My understanding is that her desire to leave was for personal reasons. She was accommodated, and after that, we just got so fortunate with Alyssa." She went on to say that while both actors did a good job with Phoebe, Milano brought a sexiness to the part that wasn't there before.
No, he called me and said that one of their actresses had fallen out and would I be interested in it. And I decided to do it. And he made the phone call on Wednesday and I started work on Monday. It was very quick.
That wasn't the only time the show needed a quick replacement. Shannon Doherty's Prue made a dramatic exit in Season 3 when she was killed off. Rumor has it that Shannon had a Beverly Hills 90210 repeat. Oh, quick side note, we made a video about that too. Check it out for behind-the-scenes deets on your favorite Beverly Hills teens.
And did you prefer Charmed or 90210?
I think I preferred Charmed just because it was a little bit later in my life and I was able to appreciate it a lot more.
Back to the story, Shannon was fired from Charmed because of her beef with co-star Alyssa Milano. Prue and Phoebe may have gotten along fine on screen, but it was a different story when the cameras weren't rolling. After she left the show, Doherty even threw shade at Milano. I want to work with actors who really, really care and that want to be there every single day. I don't want to work with people who bitch about their job and complain about it and say that they hate it or anything else," the 90210 alum said. "How wild is that?"
This is who I am, sorry not sorry.
Casting a replacement for Doherty was a big deal. Quite a few gifted young actors were considered to step in as Paige, a long-lost sister. Aaron Spelling told Entertainment Weekly that Tiffany Thiessen was the producer's first choice for Paige. Then Thiessen told them she had her heart set on starring in a half-hour comedy, so they turned to their next choice, Jennifer Love Hewitt. But she was focusing on her film career at the time. After the first couple of names didn't pan out, producer Brad Kern gave Rose McGowan a shot. She won the part instantly. "Rose McGowan was the only person we saw for Paige," he said. "We didn't audition anyone else." Filling Shannon Doherty's boots was a massive gig for Rose. She knew she had a slim chance at success because the audience was already in love with the dynamic of the charmed ones. "People had to fall in love with my character as quickly as possible, or Charmed would die," Rose shared in her 2018 memoir. She thought about how big the crew was and how many people would be out of a job if she failed. McGowan pushed hard to make it work. It was a great opportunity after all. But behind the scenes, the stress of the show had started making her sick. She found the repetitive days so different from her natural rhythms. Eventually, her body started reacting badly. And because of how stressful the environment was at times, the actress began suffering from panic attacks. And years after The Witchy Show ended, there was still some lingering co-star drama. Shannon Doherty and Alyssa Milano may have made up, but Milano and Rose McGowan are still on shaky ground. It started when Alyssa supported Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife, Georgia Chapman. "You make me want to vomit. You actually gave me a body flashback. Well done, fake one," Rose tweeted. This was after Rose openly accused Harvey of sexual assault.
"I don't like her."
Why?
"Because I think she's a lie."
Then in 2020, they were at it again. Rose called out Alyssa for being toxic on the set of Charmed. "Appalling behavior on the daily. I cried every time we got renewed because you made that set toxic AF," Rose said. In response, Milano said she wouldn't comment because hurt people hurt people. Now that's intense. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel with your loved ones. Be well and be kind.